All right, guys, welcome. Happy Saturday before Thanksgiving. I hope everyone is going to have an amazing week. We are so grateful that you are here spending time with us. My name is Caitlin Johnson, and I'm going to bring on Kristen Manazian and a few other of our favorite ladies to talk about our topic today, which is being a former flop to a six-figure earner. So we are going to talk a little bit about network marketing in this industry and why this vehicle that we have joined for me in the past year and a half is letting us live life on our terms. And so many people who are watching this are going to be watching it. You know what you want. You know the benefits of an industry like this. Stuff like residual income, stuff like time freedom. But we have some extra special stuff here that I don't think everyone knows about. So that's why we wanted to share with you today. So how you're going to get there is what you're going to hear. So just a little bit about me. My name, like I said, is Caitlin Johnson. I'm a Gold Ambassador. And a lot of times when we say ranks in our industry, it really doesn't mean much because in a lot of companies, it equates to an average income, and I can't wait for you to hear what Kristen Manazian says about that idea of having an average income versus here, where our compensation plan, our ranks are tied to predictable income. It never goes below that amount if you are at that rank for that month. So I have 2 years of network marketing experience, which honestly is kind of like a baby in this industry. A lot of top leaders have invested 5, 6, 7 years to really understand this industry. So I'm so blessed that I found this company early on. And it was honestly after I flopped in a previous company. So that company had great products. I believed in them. They helped my family. So I said, sure, I'll get a discount. I'll sign up and be an ambassador and tell my friends about it. But that's where the training stopped. So I was sort of left to my own devices. I love social media, so I use that. And then I love hanging out with friends. Who doesn't? So I would talk to my friends. But it never even turned into a rank for me. So my husband, who you see in the top left, he said to me as we were here in Key West, living on a boat, you are working. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity we took, y'all, to move from our home and live on a boat with our 3-year-old Luke, take it all the way down to Key West to spend the winter there. And he said, you're working a lot of hours and your paycheck isn't great, sister. So I said, listen, give me just a little bit more time to understand, because I believe in this industry. I left teaching so I could stay at home with my son, but y'all felt like I was not contributing to our household income. And I had taught in some form or fashion and worked since I was 15. Started out in daycares and then went and taught pre-K, and then I was an English teacher and yearbook teacher in high school. So I wanted to always stay like teaching, and I thought that whole dream of my kids can come to my school and blah, 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 but it just didn't work out that way. So I had to quit teaching after some family tragedies, wanted to stay home, and thought, well, this is amazing if I can make money from home. And it is amazing when you have the right vehicle. So I am a mama of my son, Luke, and then I have a baby on the way. He's due in February. So I'm just so thankful that I found this company when I did, because I went from never ranking in my last company, never having a paycheck that I knew what I was getting paid, to, as you can see here, the last convention we had, I was honored as having one of the top teams for my rank. And they are amazing. And that's what I love, is the way our company is laid out, is that we attract some really amazing people. And then here I am on stage talking about how I felt empowered because I was contributing to our finances, our household finances again. And I was having conversations with my husband because I was contributing where I had been left out of that for years. So I got to get on stage and talk about how our amazing, which Kristen's going to cover, financial freedom movement has helped and why it sets us apart even further from other companies in this industry. I collected my bronze trophy. I had never even, y'all, my upline didn't even know my name. Can I just cheers to that? And then my very second, I walked across stage to get a trophy. I mean, that's because we have a super simple system and it's duplicatable. So then at the most recent convention, I was asked to speak about how someone can have very little experience, very little success, and is able to make it work here and become I didn't know it, but just a few weeks after that I was become a six-figure earner. So one of the wheels on our vehicle is the fact that we have found the right company. Of course, I have something in my eye, so if I keep touching it, that is why. But anyway, the right company, Quintessential Biosciences is our full name. And if you look up the definition of quintessential, it means that we are best of the best. There are a lot of health and wellness and supplement companies out there in our industry and also just in stores. But this man you see on the right, Dr. Stephen Kimberly, was asked by our founder and CEO to head up products and to make us quintessential. And that's the only way Dr. Stephen Kimberly said he would partner with our company, is if he had such a huge say. He just didn't want to come out with another probiotic. He didn't want to just come out with another multivitamin. It had to be quintessential. So nothing comes in our product line unless it is. And that's why, that's one of the wheels of the vehicle that has allowed me to succeed, is because we have customers that keep returning to our online store because our products work. Also, we're in 20 countries and growing. That is so insane for a baby company like ours. Globally, how we are expanding, and if you had just heard what I did about 2021, there are countries that haven't even been announced that we are going to grow into, and different products for different countries. That cutting edge technology that I talked about, and it's in the health and wellness sector. So this past year, I just read, I mean, we've had 700% growth since 2017. This year isn't over, but the way it's trending for 2020 is 400% growth. That's because health and wellness is on top of everybody's mind, right? Immune support, stress support, sleep support, energy. This year has thrown us for a loop. So if our products work, you're going to keep having continued clientele, right? So science doesn't stand still. That's the other thing. That's why our company, Mr. Jake Smith, always talks about that. Yes, we are in the MLM business structure, but we are not an MLM company. We are small business owners. We are CEOs of our own e-commerce sites, and we revenue share with Quintessential Biosciences. So instead of just resting our laurels on a product that was made 10, 20, 30 years ago and sits in a warehouse, science doesn't stand still. So even though we have one of the best full spectrum hemp oils on the market, that technology is changing too, guys. And so that is why we continue to have success from, if you're looking at this as a business owner, the product point of view. I'm not going to go into very many of these products because I've already explained that they have science behind them. Dr. Stephen Kimberly was chief editor of WebMD for 13 years, so he knows how research works. They're all science-backed, and they work synergistically, so they're actually set like several different herbs and plants in one that make them work quintessentially. So 50 plus products and counting. I'm about to show you a slide of what got dropped yesterday, not going into it, but just so you can see, like, our Black Friday is nuts and it's not even over. There's going to be more on Friday. So we always have something else coming soon. And that's, you know, what keeps our momentum going. So that's why the leadership is really important in the second part of our wheel. I'm going to go ahead and ask my amazing friend, Lorena. Lorena, can you unmute yourself, love?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, so this is Lorena, you guys, and Lorena and I met. One of the things Kristen's gonna talk about is our compensation plan and how we actually grow deep, not wide. And so she did not join me, we joined the same mentor, and because of the way our compensation plan works, we are now, you know, like with each other, working together to make sure people know about Quintessential Biosciences. So we've become super close. And I just wanted her to come on and sort of talk about her experience, because she also had experience in this industry before. And how is this sort of different for you, Lorena?
Yeah, thank you so much. So this is completely different. Everything that you mentioned about the mentors and the systems, the product. I'm a bronze ambassador here with Q, but I am also a wife and a mom of 4 boys. Prior to becoming a stay-at-home mom, I was a retail executive. I was working 60 to 80 hours a week. I was struggling with mental health though. Like I was really struggling. I've been sober for 13 years. And so that whole history has been huge for me. And I had grown and I had gotten support, but I was still struggling. Even after becoming a stay-at-home mom, I really began to struggle even more. I was depleted, I was anxious, I was feeling depressed, just really down. I had joined 2 other companies before coming here. I was looking for the income. I was looking for the connection. I was looking for just to be able to put my brain to something and to be able to excel again. I had done really well in my job, but I really kind of took a nosedive when I decided to stay at home. I kind of became an introvert, but the 2 companies that I had joined, they didn't have the systems. They didn't have the leadership. They didn't have the mentors. There was no paycheck. I got discounts. I got into the business just by buying a bundle that was discounted. And so I wanted the promotional pricing on the product. I kind of wanted to make it into something, but really, truly, there was no steps afterwards that told me what I should be doing. So it was like sign up, get the discount, and be done. So I had found Q in April of 2019, and surprisingly enough, it was from the Excel cream that I started using that a friend gave me. And the relief that I found for my neck issues and my TMJ, which now I know stems from my mental health issues that I was having, it started to work. But it wasn't until I got on the products and the nutraceutical side of things in August of last year that I really got plugged into the business and the systems. And I always refer to it like an outlet plug. Plugging into the source is how it felt. And just the systems just made everything come to life. And so I've just been majorly blessed being able to do this, and being a product of the product has really enabled me to put my brain to this and to excel. So thank you for allowing me to share. I'm so grateful for every one of you guys. That really paves the way for all of us to be able to do the same.
Yeah, awesome. And that's what it's all about, is we have amazing mentors. Our president, Mr. Jake Spencer, who you saw on the last slide, he was in the field and very successful. He actually just created our 2 new leadership groups, our Equity Council and our advisory council for 2021. Kristen Manazian is on the Equity Council. So when you hear her story, you need to really pay attention to how she has paved the way for people who, if you are in her shoes, what you can do with this vehicle. So a couple of things Lorena said that I just wanted to touch on is, again, our preferred customers and our ambassadors get the same wholesale pricing. So there's no need to join as an ambassador unless you actually want to be a business owner. And that helps us because we know who to invest our time in. We're very involved. If you were to open a franchise with something with me, like a Starbucks, I'm not just going to say, all right, go ahead and pick all those drinks and have fun. No, I'm going to be hands-on with you. So Lorena touched on that. And then real quickly, she mentioned some products. She mentioned some from all of our different verticals. We're not just nutraceutical supplements. We're not just hemp. We have oral sprays. We have a whole kids line. And we have fitness, which you guys, 2021, what I've heard coming from the fitness vertical, is gonna blow your mind. So again, I hope you're seeing that, like, we have momentum. And I live right on the Intercoastal Waterway and I watch tides every day. When you jump into something with momentum, you grab a hold of the people who have been riding that momentum and you do what they do and you get swept along with them. Let me click here. Yes. So I'm not going to go into this. This is just a screenshot of our Black Friday sales. It mentions one of the verticals we're talking about getting into for 2021, which is essential oils. And you guys, it blew my mind when the prices of essential oils came out yesterday. But I wanted to show you this because I really want you to think about how it makes a difference for residual income, because I don't want to be gathering customers for the rest of my life. If you have these new Science Doesn't Stand Still effective products coming out, this is how many came out on Friday. We have more shipping things discounts coming out this coming Friday. So I messaged the president and said, thank you for stocking my online e-commerce store with all this amazingness, so that I can attract different clients and help people, because that's really what it's all about. We get to serve people. When we have products that help someone feel better, sleep better, have more energy, like Lorena said, stop spiraling so she could be the best mom and wife that she could be, then that's what it's all about. So I get to introduce Miss Krista Minazzi, and she's also a Gold Ambassador, and she has had 6 years in network marketing experience. So she is an expert on what to look for when you're considering joining a network marketing company. She's also a former teacher and also a mom of 2. So we have a lot in common. And like I said, I would love to continue to follow her footsteps, because she just got major recognition as being one of the pioneers in our company. I get chills saying this. I can't wait for you to hear what she has to say.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Everything you said, I just like want to piggyback off of everything you were talking about. So, hey guys, good morning. Yes, my name is Krista Minazzi. I have 6 years of experience in this industry. I was with another company for 5 years. I was a special ed teacher, but I hit a rank in that company where the average income made me think I was going to make $3,000, because that's what it said. And so when I hit that rank, it was the end of the school year, I decided to leave and get to come home with my kids. Unfortunately, I never saw anything close to that. In fact, it was about half of that. And so we were struggling. We were not doing well financially the way that we thought that we were going to do. But I kept working and doing everything. And I often say I felt like I was running on a conveyor belt backwards. I was just doing everything. Now I would earn every trip and every prize and the check. I was one of those that, like, if you dangled the carrot in front of my face, I would run every time after it. Every time I ran for the carrot. Like, that was just the way that I was kind of wired to work in the company I was with. But I was hitting all the prizes. I was earning all of the trips, but my paycheck was continuously going backwards every single month, despite winning all the things. So I was loyal, though, to a T. My situation was a little different. My sponsor was my dearest friend. She poured into me. She's an amazing human being. And so I was loyal to a T. I was never, ever looking at anything outside of what I had done for 5 years because of the friendships and the support that I did have. However, I was not making what I needed to make. And last year, it was right at the beginning of the school year, it just hit me like a ton of bricks that at the beginning of this school year, this year, I was going to have to go back to teaching because my daughter was going to be starting kindergarten, and it did not make sense for me to stay home anymore when I wasn't making any income. And so I was not okay with that. And it just didn't dawn on me to look at another company. It didn't until one day I saw a stranger who I had met in my former company post something on social media. And it was like, my eyes just opened for a second. Like, what is this? What's happening? And so I messaged her the next day with a shaking voice. And I was like, I think I'm going to puke, but I need to know. And then began a week of stalking all the leaders, reading up on everything, learning all about the company. And when I found out what I'm going to talk about, I just knew. Like, I had to go all in. I had to do this. I had to take this leap of faith because this was about my family. This was about my kids and my husband. It wasn't about all of the other distractions that were around me. So I joined. If you can see that picture, I hopped on a plane and I went to Orlando. I live in Dallas 4 days after I joined, where I didn't know anybody. The person that I had joined wasn't going, and I went where I didn't know anybody. I was just like, Jesus, take the wheel. What am I doing? I met some great people that swooped me up and took care of me, and I was on fire. I was on fire after that convention, and it has truly been incredible. 3 months after I joined, I surpassed my teaching income. 5 months later, I became a 6-figure earner in this company, and now I'm skirting on the tail of doubling that, which is absolutely insane. I stand on stages and I do trainings where I never stood on a stage once to receive an award or to present anything. And I'm like, what's happening? But I love this picture in the middle. That is me with our president, Jake Spencer, and the top male earner in our company, Mr. Brandon Stevens, who I absolutely adore. I just got done presenting 3 months after I joined in front of the president. Talk about doing it really scary. But the best part about that day was my Mr. Jake Spencer looked at my husband and he said, Brian, did you have any idea that your wife was going to be this successful? And he said, I absolutely knew it. And it was true. It was true. He believed in me. I believed in me. I was just in the wrong vehicle. And so let's talk about a few of the things that really stood out for me. I love these products. I could talk products all day. They took away my horrible pain and I'm no longer limping, but I like to talk business because I like to help people make money. I truly believe that financial health is just as important as your personal health. So, Caitlin, I think you're going to have to do the slides. Head to the next one. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So this was something that stood out to me. The fact that it was a ground floor opportunity. Now, I was often told where I came from that there was no such thing as saturation. There's billions of people in the world. Go find them. And so I did. I'm finding and finding and finding. But unfortunately, I was in a company that was saturated. And so if you do a good old Google search and search S-curve of network marketing, this is not coming from our company. This is a statistical graph. There is such thing as saturation. There is a pioneer stage, couple years. That's like the pre-momentum stage where they're working out all the ins and outs and all the things, which we just went through that. There is the get in now, where that blue dot is. There is 7 to 10 years of great, amazing, mind-blowing momentum. And then you hit the saturation stage where hopefully you joined at the right time and you've built an incredible residual income for the rest of your life. So when I found out about this, I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not know about this? I could have Googled this years before and figured this out. And so what I love so much is we literally just hit the blue dot, just hit it. I will never forget. I was sitting in that room, that picture that I showed you with Jake, and he said, we haven't hit momentum yet. And I looked at him and I said, you've got to be kidding me. What do you call these past few months of my life? He said, we haven't hit momentum yet. And so I couldn't believe it. And it is so amazing to be part of the pioneers of this company. I mean, the fact that Caitlin even said she messaged the president, who gets to just have the president of a company on speed dial to talk to him? I mean, it's absolutely amazing to be a part of a company right in the beginning. All right, next, Caitlin. The second thing that I really, really loved was they had systems for us. You guys, I created a gajillion systems where I came from. As a teacher, I was like, okay, we're going to try this. Throw it like spaghetti, see if it sticks. No. All right, let's try something else. Let's try something else. We couldn't figure out a system that would work, yet we were doing thing after thing after thing after thing. And I love that corporate, our president, who was at the very top of another network marketing company, who knows this industry, he's created a system. And so I can teach my team this easy, duplicatable system, and it grows like crazy because all we simply do is follow the system that's provided by corporate. And it just takes so much pressure off of me because I'm not having to create all of these things anymore. All I do is say, okay, here's our system, let's go. So it is just absolutely amazing that they've done this for us. And then the most exciting thing was this comp plan. Now you're going to see a bunch of numbers and your eyes are going to cross, but Caitlin, if you'll pass over to the next one. Perfect. This is the compensation plan. This is what lit my soul on fire, because it is unbelievable how much you get paid. I mean, it is unbelievable, but what I got most excited about is it is a business plan. I honestly say it's like a compensation plan / business plan. I could look at this document, I could find the amount of money that I needed to make to stay home, and I pop my finger over in that box too to the second blue box, and it would tell me that this is exactly how much I'm gonna get paid. So I could just feel so much less pressure. I could just say, okay, great. If I hit silver, that's $4,000. That's more than I made as a teacher. That would be the biggest blessing I can ever even imagine. I mean, like, that's where I came in. So the first box is you're going to get an e-commerce website. You're going to send that e-commerce website out, and you're going to have people that go to your site and purchase products. I mean, especially after what we announced yesterday, it's like everybody wants to get in on all of these amazing things that they offered. So all of those customers that go to your site, you're going to get a percentage off of that commission. Box 2 is where they really pay the big bucks, and it's just absolutely amazing. So you need 2 personally sponsored ambassadors. That is it to qualify for these monthly team commissions. That is it. What I love is we don't build wide, we build deep. So our compensation plan is set up to bless others. It is unbelievable. I had an amazing person join me a few weeks ago, and I get to call the people right above her and say, guess what, guys? I get to put volume underneath you. How amazing is this going to be? Let's do this. It's amazing that we get to bless people that way. So once you have your qualified OV, now this is any purchase anywhere in your organization. So let's say you have an ambassador, they have an ambassador, they have 15 customers, and they have ambassadors, and those people have 15 customers. No levels, all the way down, no less money as you go down. Every dollar is the exact same all the way in your organization. Every single purchase goes towards your overall volume. That to me was mind-blowing. So I spent a summer running with a person from where I came from that was not my personally sponsored, but she was underneath that person. So we had a game plan for winning a trip. And so each month we had 2,500 in customer volume each month. Okay, the way that comp plan was set up, she had 2,500 every single month, yet I didn't get anything for that. Yet I worked with her. We worked hard together that summer, but she was still only worth, with that comp plan, $15 a month for me. It didn't bother me at all. I don't care. It's not about me. But now that I see this comp plan, I look back and I think, whoa, can you imagine how much I would have actually gotten paid instead of just earning a trip? I mean, it was just crazy when I figured that out. So I love that you pop your box over to that second blue box or your finger. You see how much you're going to make. So I am a Gold Ambassador. I am clearing over 50,000 in overall volume. So all the customers and ambassadors purchases and within my organization. And then you can see that I'm making $8,000 a month. You guys, on top of that, you get bonuses. These bonuses are huge bonuses. I got a bonus of $8,000 for going gold. So these pay out in months. You have to hold the rank for a couple of months because we don't believe here that you need to run and hit that rank and then slide back. And run and hit a rank and slide back. It's absolutely not the way we do it here. They want you to hold that rank and then they pay it out. So guys, it hit me a few days ago. The last check that I had from my previous company was less than $1,000. Because I'm in my bonus window, add a 0 to that. That is how much I am getting paid right now. That was this month's check. It blows my mind. And then we have our financial freedom movement, which to me is absolutely amazing. It's literally like they took the carrot away and I don't have to worry about it anymore because I was so tired of running after the next prize. Here, they don't believe in cars because guess what? If you earn a car and you don't hit that rank, which often happens because guess what? It's a business. We're going to have highs and lows in our business. We're going to have waves of massive growth and then waves where it slows down. We understand that's how any business runs. And so instead of hitting that car or instead of working for that flashy prize or the big trip, you literally get to pick a debt or savings of your choice and they pay it for you. Guys, how hard is it once you get that money in your hands? How hard is it to actually send that off to the debt that you have? It's hard. So you don't even touch the money. They literally take care of this for you every single month. So every month they are putting $400 towards our index savings account that they taught us about, because you get a free financial advisor the day that you join. Y'all, my husband's been really good with our money. Like, we thought we had this down. And then we get on a call with her and we're like, what? If we would have known the things that she's taught us and started doing this when we got married 13 years ago, we'd be millionaires almost. Like, it's just unbelievable what they've been able to teach us. So every month they're paying that. It's absolutely incredible that they do that. You get the free financial advisor. It is unbelievable, unbelievable. What I would love to share is I would love to bring on my girl, Dana. So here is the best part about all of this. Yes, you're hearing me say I just cleared a massive check this month, but guess what's even better than that? The fact that I have a team that is winning. I wasn't winning, my team wasn't winning, we were all not winning. Now I have a team where I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars get paid out every month to them. It's unbelievable, and it is the best feeling in the world to know that your team is winning right along with you. So Miss Dana Taylor joined me, almost a year ago, I think at this point. Are we? I don't even know at this point. But she is absolutely crushing it, and I would love for you guys to hear Dana's story.
Oh, thank you, Kristen. Hello, everyone. Yeah, almost a year. Coming up in February, I believe, will be 1 year, which is mind-blowing because I was tied and true to a different project for almost 5 years. That's a long time. That's a lot of hours invested. It's a lot of sacrifices with my family. It was really hard because the majority of that 5 years felt like an uphill battle. I was trying, I was working, I desperately wanted that momentum so badly, and I wanted a team that could win with me. Well, here's the thing. I was able to build a small team, but nobody was winning. No matter how hard I tried and how many hours I invested into them, it's like it was me that was winning. And then from there, my paychecks also kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And a little over a year ago, I decided I'm just done with network marketing. I really love the structure. I love the relationships, but I had realized that network marketing just wasn't for me. I was not someone who was going to see success. And then I started seeing my lovely friend, Kristen. I had been so floored that she chose to start a new venture. I never thought that Kristen would be willing to start something new, and thank God I'm so grateful she did, because I started watching, and what I noticed is not that she was successful. That's not what I was noticing. I was noticing that all of the people that she was leading were successful, and it was happening fast. And I started thinking, maybe, just maybe, I should reach out to her and just have a conversation. And it took a few months, but I did. She told me exactly what she just shared here, you guys, and my mind was blown. And it's okay if you laugh. I thought this was a scam. I was like trying to pick it apart. I'm like, no, this is too good to be true. There is no way there could be a company so generous. Well, I couldn't find anything to pick apart. Not one single thing. The products are amazing. It maybe took a couple of days of research for me to realize I have nothing to worry about on the product side. They work, they're legit, we have the science behind them. So I decided to dive in. I followed the system, tried and true. I dedicated 90 solid days. I'm going to give this everything I have. I'm going to do exactly what I'm told. I'm going to stick to the system. And I made more money in that 90 days than I had made in the last 4.5 years with my previous company. It has been such an eye opener. This has been a hard year for everyone. I actually lost my job in July, and because of this, sorry guys, because of this Q income, I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to worry. My income here from helping my team achieve those same paychecks, helping other people, I didn't have to worry a bit. All of our bills were covered. Our rent was covered. Everything that we owe every single month was covered, including those extra payments from the FFM. So I am so grateful. This change has made the world of difference for my family, and I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, I love it, Dana. I just love hearing those stories and knowing that, you know, we're creating a true legacy here, and this ripple effect is just going so wide and it's blessing so many people. I'll never forget, she lost her job. I was on an airplane coming back. I was crunching numbers because I could figure out exactly how much her checks were going to be because she was getting bonuses. I sat on that plane, I wrote down everything. I knew exactly how much her checks were going to be. And I said, can you sustain it for a few months with these checks? And she's like, absolutely. It was so amazing that we were just like, okay, you're okay. You're okay. So it really is an amazing comp plan, and it's actually had an additional cash been put on it as well for our Christmas cash, which is another thing that's amazing that they're doing. So typically, in your first 30 days, you have the option to bonus out $500. Well, they upped that to $755. You guys, I had someone join me a week and a half ago, and she messaged me yesterday, and she said, I cannot believe that I just got put over $300 in my bank account already. She's already gotten $300. You guys, that's Christmas. That's Christmas cash. So you can bonus out $755 before Christmas. Like, it's unbelievable that they offer this for us. It's absolutely unbelievable. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Caitlin, if you'll pass over to one more, I'm leaving you guys with a quote. I love quotes. Every great move forward in your life begins with a leap of faith, a step into the unknown. And that is how I felt. I was just boldly going in faith. I just took the big step, and I just believe in my heart that if you're willing to take that step forward into this, it could just completely change your life the way it has changed our lives. So thanks, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.